G'day, Tiny here from Off Tap Brewing. That's where I'm from, aren't I? Am I? Is that where I'm from? I think so. Hey, how? Okay, this is another Tiny's tip in 5 minutes and under segment. My tip is why we don't trust these. And why we trust these. Okay, why we don't trust these. A lot of people talk to me about home brew and they put these in the top of their fermenters and it goes bubble, 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 bubble and stops bubbling. They say, well, is that time I bottle? No, it's not. Why? Because if your fermenter does not have a 100% seal, this will not give you an accurate indication on whether fermentation has ceased. If your fermenter is leaking somewhere, the gas will find its easiest route out. So if this has got too much water in it and too much pressure, it'll find that little leak. So no, this is not what you trust. I hardly ever use these. I use a bit of Glad wrap or something, sometimes just a plastic cup, stop bugs getting in, because I ferment in fridges. What I use is this. This is a great indicator of fermentation. If you will use this to measure your original gravity, your final gravity, to calculate your alcohol level. Basically minus original gravity from final gravity and divide it by 7.5, which will give you alcohol content. But if you test your wort over a couple of days and you see no change on this, that will mean fermentation has either stopped or stalled. So if you're expecting your wort or your fermentation to come out at about 1010 and it's stalled at 1025 and stays that way for a couple of days, then you have a stalled fermentation. That's a different 5-minute tip. My tip is don't trust this, rely on this. If your wort has stopped at a very low level, you know, 1010 for ales, 1005 for lagers, around that sort of thing. It's not I'm not like, it's not exact science, but if it's stopped like that for over 48 hours and take your reading every 24, so 2 days, blah, 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 take your reading. If it doesn't change, then you are ready to bottle. That means that there had been enough sugars, a significant amount of sugars processed, in your wort to cease fermentation. Then when you bottle and you add extra sugar, you will not blow your bottles out. So, Tiny's tip, 5 minutes and under. That, unreliable. That, make sure you've got a cupboard full of them. Okay, and remember, beer makes us smarter.